immediately after the test day, and this is the day after, car's back on the lift getting some extra upgrades last minute before Super Lap. Alex, would you help us walk us through some of the issues and how we've updated these? Yes, as you can see, we've got the JRZs off the car.
Version 1.
This is the version 1 that we've been using.
Just for reference purposes, here's the version 2. Version 2.0, because they send us the entire assembly.
A couple of the things we've changed. Well, we've asked
we asked them to change. First of all, is if you set those things to the same mounting height, which is like how they set in the car. This spring at the right height that we set, this spring seat was too low. So if you can see, there's still some rubbing mark here. Yep. That was from the tire lightly touching under deformation, right? So first thing we asked them is that if we can move this a tiny bit up, which they did. We still don't know the right height yet, but this is like almost like an inch high already.
Yep.
So which means this should theoretically clear the tire, which means that we potentially gain like half an inch worth of tire clearance over here, which should help with tire fitment. And also the other problem is like, because when they did this, because this adjustment range was like much longer, they had to do like an L on the sway bar link. The problem was, if there's a little notch here, and because when you're turning the steering wheel, this whole thing rotates, and your end link is right here. So as it rotates, it twists end link,
and end link will bang
into them, and that's where this little nick mark is for. So basically, what we asked them to basically change it to the OEM style,
which is a flat tab,
which will work with stock end link, aftermarket end link, or all the aftermarket end link, because theoretically it should reference off the factory sway ending. But basically these are the 2 points we asked them to change, but they did a little bit better. They also changed the bearing height.
I don't know if you can see that very clearly.
Relevant to, because basically this surface is your chassis, right?
Yes.
But the center line of the bearing was actually below.
Yep.
But now with the new version, they changed it to above, which means you gain another.
Hold on. Maybe the better way for me to film this is this way.
Front side. Yeah. So if you look at it, the bearing used to be mostly below that plate.
That's the bearing.
Now they're like flat.
Now
and
that's
slightly
the bearing
above it.
Yep.
We should have more than enough room, but that's one thing we need to double check. But that give you a little bit stroke. But also that helps with roll center too, because you're moving one of the mounting point like above.
By like what? That's kind of
half an inch.
15 millimeters.
Yeah, every little bit helps,
yep.
Right?
Yep.
So yeah, well, we're gonna test fit this, and Jack already test fit the prototype this, so this should work just fine.
Here, hold on. Showcasing one of the prototype pieces. Yeah. This is what they sent us. Yeah, this is actually, you can see, like it's even higher than what we got production wise, because this didn't fit the car.
Yeah. Anyway. Yeah. So it was so Jackie already test fitted, which means we should test fit it again. Anyway.
Hey. All right. We're now assembling the driver's side. Passenger side went in fairly trouble-free. We're gonna go through some of the things we'll be using from our sponsors and friends at Eibach, because they've actually done us a really big favor. Last time we ordered a bunch of the springs, the spacers for the adapter for the helper springs were actually out of stock, but they just got them back in time. And yesterday they overnighted these to us on a Saturday. So thank you so much, so we can put these in before Super Lap. And what we're using is their helper 225, which is for 2.25 inch springs. We have these 5-inch long 225 ID 2.25 inch. These will go on together, and not only that, we got the fancy. Does it stand? Yes, it does. We got the fancy thrust bearing kit from them, because it's a McPherson car, right? So you're turning. The springs.
The spring's still wobbling.
Yeah, the leaning tower springs. It's supposed to. It's doing spring things, right? This is a perfect example of what happens when you have too much spring and not enough damper. The spring will just keep going. If your car is experiencing this, in your car you're feeling like,
it's incredible, it's still going.
It's still going. It means, you know what you need? You need more damper. You need to add your rebound and compression. That's how you tell, right? Am I correct in this? Because there's no damper.
This is where you say is this is where you start gonna need some JRZs.
Good point. We're leading into this. We also have these thrust bearings, which is 2 washers plus this fancy thingy in the middle to allow the two to really slide like so. In a strut car, right? The damper's actually turning, which means your springs are actually supposed to spin also, right? Right?
Yes.
So as they're compressing, it kind of does very funky things, and they don't like being tension or being compressed and turned at the same time. and sometimes can cup, right? Like a dunk,
Yeah,
dunk, dunk
binding.
can make a what?
Binding.
Binding noises. So these help with that. These help with that so they can actually move. And also since the bottom they're sitting on the helper springs, they already helped on that front. So we're adding these.
Look at the roller bearings.
Look at it roll up there.
Fancy.
Super fancy. So thanks to all our friends at Eibach for their support on the M2 and on the Supra and all of the projects here at PhD. So yeah, so putting these lovely springs on. You join us back at PhD because in the constant pursuit of wanting to keep effing with things, we decided that the spring setup we got last time, it was close, but it wasn't close enough. Because here, if you want to come look at the issue we're having, and it really isn't that big of an issue, the wheel basically is going to sit right around here now, the tire. But as you can tell, the spring, you know, we really can't lower this anymore because it's almost out of the adjustment range, right? Any more is going to actually hit the tire. So the spring setup basically we have here is too long. We really need to shorten everything just a little bit. So the adjuster, when it's on the bottom height, as low as you want it to go, you want to kind of like be around the middle, so we have a little bit more room to move down to the tire or move up to raise the ride height. That's the idea. I also like how we just showed off all the spring rates, but that's okay, we're not using this anyway. Also from Eibach, but are slightly shorter. These are metric instead of imperial, but like they work identical basically effectively. So slightly stiffer also on the spring rate with this is their metric helper spring and the metric spacer. So all of these is gonna go back in right away, and that should be it. So we should be okay, right?
What?
We shouldn't. This should be slightly shorter than whatever's on there.
Oh, let's find out.
We'll find out.
Motherfucker. Right. Spring out.
Do you need a hand?
No, we're good. Yeah. Bro, we've done this like 8 times on fucking.
So, and the last bit is
Bump stop.
yes. Apparently, according to JRZ,
Bump stop are for risers. No, for a street user with soft springs.
Calling out all the racers in
Jesus
town.
Christ. But they did say.
I just offended everybody.
Yeah. But they did say we don't need it, so we're not gonna use it. So. And so by getting rid of the bump stop, we also gain a lot more stroke.
Yeah, it's in. So a few big pump, one big pump, 2 big pump, one more big pump, and slow down.
The bottom.
Yep, slow down.
Wow, such precision.
Yeah, this requires some precision work. All right, keep pumping slowly. Slowly. All right, stop. Perfect. All right, good. One more pump, then we're good to go. All right, good. Yeah, done. Just let me start this.
The official word from JRZ is
Ugga dugga very gently.
Ugga dugga at your own risk. So we're gonna Ugga dugga at our own risk. Oh, make sure you put your impact on the lowest power setting. That's what they said. And Ugga dugga at your own risk. I trust you.
He's done this.
Literally like 3 times on Saturday. It's like you even remember what size is everything.
That's how you know we've done this way too soon.
Yes. It's okay. It's for the love of speed.
Yeah, it is. It is literally for the love of motorsport and time attack. I mean, it's Wednesday, and we're supposed to be on track Saturday, and it takes 2 days to get there, and we need to do a final alignment check on the car still. But I mean, everything else is freaking ready. Alex already got this side set, so now the coilover sits kind of in the middle of the adjustment range. Should be pretty happy with that, and yeah, fully maximum camber also. Very good. Very, very good. And you know, at this point, we could totally be done with it. We changed the springs, we changed a lot of things. I think we'd be pretty happy. But no, we're never happy. We're never, you know.
We're not done yet.
We're not done yet. We're never done, are we? So let me turn the light on as Alex is out here changing the roll center of the front lower control arm on the SPL.
All right, pull more. That's it. All right, pull more. Pull more. All right, hold. Do we get a new spring on? Done. All right, you guys can let go now.
Damn, Alex, you look fast. Yeah, Alex, don't fuck around. So what we've changed, as Alex is tightening this side up, is
It requires 3 guys with 6 arms.
it requires quite a few arms.
Yeah.
SPL provided these spacers for roll center adjustment on the stud. So right now, to adjust the roll center on the front lower control arm is now super easy. Instead of messing with a whole bolt, you just unbolt this single nut, and then you can move pull the front lower control arm off, and you can put I think a maximum of 2 of these bigger size spacers above the control arm. Right now we have one. We're gonna put both of them up top for even better roll center, and that should help with less body roll.
Or
Right?
just like front end grip in general.
Oh, it helps the front wing grip. I didn't even know that. It's like so immersive. Oh! He's smacking his face by Alex with a wrench.
Alright.
I don't know what kind of fetishes you are, but
What? How is this a
Have you
fetish?
realized that the video lately become very
yes.
naughty?
After Jackie's become single,
Yes.
you know, the video has changed its tone quite a bit.
Yes, I noticed that too. Alright, ask for the torque split. Give me the torque split, please.
Okay. So this big nut at the bottom, you must torque it to 180 foot-pounds.
Jesus Christ. Oh, for fuck's sake.
Tink. All right, we're good. And now we have, this is SPL's at maximum roll center correction. Good.
Maximum recommended.
Yeah, no. Any more than this, you'll risk breaking stuff. You'll risk bending the rod and breaking everything. So do not go more than 2 big washers up top, which is, I think they said half inch. Half inch of roll center correction is maximum you can do on these.
Just to get the spring to settle. I mean, we're bouncing on the tire. We're not really bouncing on the suspension right now. Alright, we're good. On tonight's Jackie Ding show. Alan and Jackie bouncing in a car.
3 1/4. Yes, we've achieved 3 1/4.
We still have like a half inch to go down if we wanted to.
Yeah. 3 1/4 in the back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like we still have like half an inch of drop on the front left.
Yeah. 3 1/4. Yeah. Final. 3 1/4.
See, I know what I'm doing.
Is that why your girlfriend left you?
What the fuck?
3 1/4. Okay, 3 1/4 inch is not bad. It's workable.